This video is to assist you with Project 18 in Excel. You should begin by downloading Project 18 from Canvas, and then we have to do all of our formatting that we regularly do to our headings, subheadings, and column headings. So we'll go ahead and start in A1, turn on your bold, make it 15 point, and then we're going to center it. It looks like our last column is column C, so we highlight A through C and do a merge and center. Then our column headings are on row 3. We'll highlight those, apply underlining and centering to them. Now we are missing some of our sports teams, so you need to use the internet to find the city that those sports teams are located in. If you use Google to search for those, you'll see that the Bulls are in Chicago, the 49ers are in San Francisco, the Giants, that's one I don't know right now, so let me go ahead and pull up Google. And we are looking for the Giants football team. And it looks like we are with the New York Giants. So we'll go fill that one in. And then the Rockets, I have an idea where they are, but I'm going to double check, and let's see, that's a basketball team. So we're going to type in Rockets basketball, and they are located in Houston. Alright, once we have all of those keyed in, we can go ahead and adjust our column widths. And we also need to center horizontally and vertically on the page. And we need to add our class header. So you'll put your name at the left, your class period in the middle, and the file name at the right. And I will change my view back to normal to hide the other parts. Okay, in part A, we are going to sort our file primary by sport, secondary by team, and those should all be in ascending. So we will highlight everything under our column headings. We will go to the Home tab, the Editing group, Sort and Filter button, Custom Sort, and this one we have 2 levels, so we're going to go ahead and add a second one. For our first level, we want to sort by sport. Then our second level, we want to sort by team. And those should both be in ascending order, which would be A to Z. Click on OK, and we end up with Oakland A's baseball team. And notice all of the baseball are at the top, and Oakland Raiders football team at the bottom. And all of the footballs are at the bottom. We are now ready to save this, so we'll go to File, Save As. Remember to click on your student drive. It's trying to save on the C drive until we change to our student drive. Then you can go to your computer tech folder, your Excel folder, and this one we want to change the name to Project 18A. Then you will go ahead and convert this to a PDF as well. And that finishes part 1. Now for part 2, it wants us to sort the file primary by location and secondary by sport, and all should be in ascending alphabetical order. So we'll highlight those again, everything under your column headings, go to the Home tab, the Editing group, Click on Sort and Filter, Custom Sort. Now primary is going to be changed to location, A to Z. Secondary will be changed to sport, A to Z. We'll click on OK. That leaves us with Chicago Bulls basketball at the top and Utah Jazz basketball at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and click on File, Save As, change this to Project 18B. And then you also need to convert this one to a PDF as well. Now for part 3. Part 3, it says, first of all, to apply appropriate shading. That means that we'll highlight the first 3 rows, which would be all of our heading rows, and we would go to our fill in the font group, and we're going to choose something that is about the 3rd row down in one of our categories, so a little bit darker. Then everything underneath our column headings will go to the same color column, but we'll do at least 2 shades lighter. That gives us our fill. Then it says to insert an appropriate clip art, resize it, and place it in the header area. Now what we mean is the little area up here next to sports team, not in the actual header itself. So we'll start by finding a graphic. I'm going to go ahead and go to Insert, Clip Art, that's in the Illustrations group. And then we'll get a little pane over here to do a search, and I'm going to type for sports, do a search for sports. Now I like this little football helmet, he's pretty good. What else do we got? We could search for basketball. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and choose this little green guy here. When I click on him once, it adds him to my document, but he's obviously too big, so I'm going to resize him until he's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put him up next to my sports teams. Now I like that guy and I want to use him again, so I'm going to copy him, do a Control C, and then I'm going to do a paste, Control V, and here's another copy of this guy, and I want to put him on the other side, but he's facing the wrong direction. Remember from PowerPoint we learned that our graphics should be facing in. So I'm going to go to the Picture Tools Format tab in the Arrange group and click on the Rotate button, and I'm going to flip him horizontally so he's facing the opposite direction, and then I'm going to put him up in the opposite corner. So now I have 2 little basketball players facing in. Now you can use whatever graphics that you would like. You just have to be able to resize them and fit them up in our little heading area. Okay, now we're going to perform a different sort for this one. Oh, actually, sorry, we're going to create a filter and show only basketball teams. So now I'm feeling really good about my basketball graphic that I did. If we're doing a basketball filter, we probably should have something to do with basketball up there. To do our filtering, you need to go ahead and highlight those column headings or click right underneath your column heading and then go to the Data tab, Sort and Filter group, and click on the Filter button. That gives us our little drop-down arrows. Now we're going to change it so that we only show basketball teams. So we're going to go to the Sport column, click on the drop-down. Now there's a few ways we could do this. We could do a text filter and we could do equals and then type in basketball. You can also just go down here and take the check mark off of Select All, and then we can put a check mark next to basketball. And that means all it's going to show us are the ones that are basketball. So 2 different ways we can do that. We'll click on OK, and all we should have showing is basketball. Now that we have only basketball showing, we're going to sort them by location in ascending order. So we're going to go to the location drop down and choose Sort A to Z. So we should have Chicago at the top and Utah at the bottom, and only showing basketball. Now we're ready to save this. Go to File, Save As, and change this one to 18C. And then you will go ahead and convert this to a PDF. And now you have all three files completed and ready to submit to Canvas. You can close your clip art pane. Just remember, when you get into Canvas, select Project A, then Project B, then Project C, all on the same screen, and submit them with one submit.